Good morning on Thursday, the 23rd of July. Camp spot last night was amazing. It was, this valley is clearly a very popular space for backcountry riders. So there's at least 3 or 4 groups with horses that I saw going into this valley, and the spot was designated for a huge group with horses, so you could fit like half an army onto that spot. It's also flat and there were bear hanging options, and you had a very nice view over the entire valley. So that's pretty cool. I arrived at camp yesterday at 4:30 already. It was about 23 miles, I think, overall, and more didn't really make sense because we're only, like I said, we have pretty short days in Yellowstone and to Yellowstone. So if we make around 20 per day, that's perfectly fine, sometimes even less. So doing bigger days will just even shorten the other ones even more. And in Yellowstone, I think it's just not so much of a problem because there are all these stuff to see, and there's like sites to visit and animals to see and stuff. So I had a lot of time in camp. I also arrived before the rain, which was really handy because I had camp set up and everything. It rained this night. It also rained this morning till about 7. And so we also got a bit of a late start. It's actually 7:30 or something because there's really no rush today. And we just set out the rain. Okay, just a mini river crossing right here. Today will be about 21 miles to the border of Yellowstone National Park. We'll camp just outside of the border and then walk in tomorrow and head for the campsite that we are designated for the first night. It's mostly going to be in a valley, and then there's 1 or 2 passes. The weather window is supposed to clear up a little bit. It did rain this morning and last night, like I said, so everything's wet. It's extremely muddy. All the vegetation is wet, and that's probably the worst because if you walk through knee-hip deep vegetation, it's like getting hosed down. But at least according to the forecast, it's supposed to improve now. So there's some rain this morning, but then it's supposed to be sunny and clear for the rest of the day and tomorrow as well. So that will help, but then we can actually dry all our stuff out. Even with the waterproof tent, you still have, it's just everything is wet and damp, and you have condensation, so you're never completely dry. But yeah, with the sun coming out, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for everything to pretty much dry completely. So yeah, that's what we'll do this afternoon. So we're now on the descent toward the border of Yellowstone National Park. We can already see it in the distance. That's great news. The not so great news is that today definitely was the worst day on trail for me. And that is because, it did rain a bit last night and did rain a bit this morning, and the trail was a muddy mess because it was a horse trail and it was ankle deep puddles of mud most of the morning. But all of that would be no problem if it wouldn't have been for the fact that I accidentally sprayed myself with bear spray. Now let me tell you, if you ever not want to do something, it is spraying yourself with bear spray. That was probably the most painful thing I've experienced. I don't even have anything to compare it to. I accidentally, it's always in the side pocket of my backpack, so I can easily reach it, right next to my water bottle, so it's wedged in there and it doesn't fall out. And whenever I need 2 hands free, I just kind of wedge my poles behind my water bottle, so they're kind of carrying on my side and I have my hands free to do stuff. And I did that this morning, and I don't know if I wedged that security device out of it during that process, or it wasn't in, and I don't know. But long story short, while putting my poles down, I pushed on the bear spray thing, and because the safety wasn't on, it completely sprayed the side of my shirt, like where the ventilation is. It sprayed my backpack, and it did so from about an inch of my skin. It's hard to put into words how painful it is. I guess the only good thing about this story is that I didn't spray it in my face. And when I did spray it, I kind of had the idea, oh, I'm gonna walk another 10 yards to at least get out of the aerosol and don't get it in my nose and stuff. But it was so painful. It's bonkers. It felt like you have a super active sunburn and then somebody pours boiling water over it, but for 2 hours straight. That's how bad it felt. I mean, I couldn't make it stop, so I got 2 miles done by 11 o'clock because I stopped at every single water source, rinsed it, dosed my back, try to wipe it off, try to get it off my skin, and try to cool it down and get like the swelling down and the burning sensation off. And it was so painful. I almost had to puke. I was dizzy. I couldn't walk in a straight line. It was really bad. And luckily Stompy was still around. The others had gone ahead and didn't even realize that this had happened. And he kind of helped me out a little bit. And well, the problem is that, I mean, bear spray is essentially just a really potent form of pepper spray. And so since I didn't have any rubber gloves or anything really to like properly take care of the situation, all I had was a handkerchief in my hand. So I ended up just wiping down my back and my sides with a wet handkerchief over and over again until I realized that I also had it like on the back of my backpack. My backpack is also halfway doused in bear spray now. So it just kept pressing against my shirt from the back and just kept reapplying the burn. I'd already ripped off or changed that spray, that shirt that I completely bear sprayed through, and put on my sleep shirt. So now I have 2 shirts that are full of bear spray, one with a lot and one with a little. And because I just did it all with a handkerchief in my hands, it just led to the situation that I kind of smeared it all over my back and my arms and my hands. And so now it's the afternoon, so it was about 6 or 7 hours ago, and by now, like, my arms, back, hands, etc., they feel like you applied one of those arthritis creams that just, you know, heat up tissue and just burn a little bit, but in a good way. So it has died down a lot, and I've also spent hours cleaning and dousing and sitting in creeks. But what a shitty day. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, it was a nightmare this morning. So I'm really glad that I'm still walking. And my current biggest wish is that the people at Old Faithful Inn, which is 3 days away, will make an exception for me and let me do a load of laundry, because running around in clothing that's covered in bear spray isn't a lot of fun. Especially because it, yeah, like I said, if it's in the clothing, it just reapplies it. You can't really wash it out here. I mean, I did wash out the shirts, like rinse it out as good as that's possible in a creek. But yeah, if they will let me do a load of laundry, I will be forever grateful for them. So yeah, that's my update. So we've made it about 2 miles outside of the national park boundaries of Yellowstone, which is right there behind me. So we'll enter that tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, our campsite was occupied by about 30 horses and their owners. So we had to camp 150 yards down the meadow, but it's no problem.